Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Gators offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Still on his feet up to 45. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dig and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, looking to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
On second down, he'll fire. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you don't usually say that very often. The strong safety with the sack. Usually a guy you spin down in the box, but you can tell he knew what was going on, diagnosed the play, saw he had an opportunity to go get that quarterback, and he went and got it.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the first down.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Gators will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Sooners want to move quickly. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed, and playmaking ability all day long.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Makes the catch. It's Miles. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. They go to the ground. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. It's a draw. He breaks a tackle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Now he's looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Leaves it with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Gator. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying play action. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Extending the play. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. A lot of urgency for this offense.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And listen, if I have a playmaker, a running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. And that is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. The aerial assault continues. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, they decided to get aggressive. That was just 3rd and very manageable. Instead, they saw something, thought they could take a shot, but that's the risk reward. You don't come up with it. Now you got 4th down.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the back. Racing down the left side. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by a field goal over Navy. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try the run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He'll try the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Off play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, running back on the move. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to run for it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just the blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
To the ground with the back. Oh, they knock it free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense...
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He wants to pass it on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Miles. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very...
Touchdown, that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And he'll bring it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Line getting set on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. So they're facing third and short from the 25. To the ground to try to move the chains. The Gators get enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run?
He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Miles. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Looking to go up top on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners have this offense rolling. He wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Back to the air one more time. This time on target. The ball squirts free. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Touchdown Sooners! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go. A great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score we did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 8 over Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Gators will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets a block, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick completion on the out route. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Trying to get to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love